Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Welcome to another YourTechReport video. Today we're going hands-on with these Beyerdynamic DT 240 Pro. If you listen to our radio show on Sirius XM, then you may have heard an interview we did with Larry Drago, who is the Director of Marketing for Beyerdynamic in North America, and they sent us a slew of different headphones. We're talking about different styles, from gaming headphones to wireless headphones to these DT240 studio headphones. Now, I know what you're saying, reviewing headphones on a YouTube channel like this. How can you review headphones on a YouTube channel? Well, I can't really tell you how they sound, but I can explain the sound as best that I can in my experience, and I can give you a good indication of what's good and or bad about a product. So today, when we're talking about the DT240 Pro, I can categorically tell you that these have now replaced the headphones that I used to use, an old pair of Sony MDR7506, in my studio and in my field recording completely, because these headphones are not only one of the most comfortable set of studio headphones that I've ever worn before, but they actually give you a more accurate representation of the sound than any other headphones that I've worn to date. So let's talk about design for a second. The DT240, their design is what we would call on-ear. This is because it's not cupping your ear, it's not going over your ear entirely, unless, of course, you have a smaller set of ears. It's actually sitting on top of your ear. Now, typically, with on-ear headphones, you get this pressure that builds over time wearing them. It feels like it's actually, pushing against your head, and that can cause headaches, etc., etc. I've worn these for extended periods of time, talking about 2-3 hours in a row without taking them off, and have absolutely no experience of any headaches or any indication that these were going to cause me any kind of pain in long-term use. Now, there is a downside with the on-ear headphones, which is they're not giving you a complete isolated experience. So it's not blocking out everything that's in the world. This is not a bad thing, especially when you're doing audio mixing or you're recording in the field, because you want to be able to hear some of the ambiance, some of the things that are going on. I know people that wear these when they're traveling, when they're in the subway, in the metro, and they want to hear, notifications, they want to hear bells, they want to hear things that will startle them when they actually need to be startled. So these are a great solution for someone who likes those on-ear experiences. But you're not getting that complete noise isolation with an over-the-ear experience. So let's continue about the design for a second. These are designed to actually fold kind of somewhat compact. So they go flat like this. The actual earmuffs fold in flat like this. And they actually, because they're adjustable, you can kind of pop them up like this. So they go pretty flat into a bag, which is pretty cool. So if you've got a bunch of books or a laptop, it actually doesn't take a big footprint, nor does it take like a big, bulky footprint like those other foldable headphones that you would expect. A detachable cable. It comes with this coiled cable, which I love because it can extend to a really, really long distance. So if you use these in a studio environment, or if you're listening in your audio file and you're listening at home, you can kind of walk away and go grab something, or your coffee that's in the distance, and not worry about the headphones popping out, which is kind of cool. And you also have the ability to decide which side of the actual headphone you want to plug them into. So there's two jacks, one on either side, the left and right of the headphone. You plug it in right there, and you decide which side is more comfortable for you. And that actually is a big thing, because sometimes people who are more apt to use their right side versus their left side don't like to feel the cable weight on a certain side of their head, which is such a minute detail, but it is a detail that they've actually thought about when they designed these headphones. It comes with the typical 1/4-inch 3.5 millimeter adapter. This one screws on like this, which is really cool, and it's a little bit different of a screw-on design, so it's not as universal. So you're going to want to make sure you don't lose this one. It screws in quite nicely to the actual headphone jack and gives you a nice seal, so you're not going to worry about losing that piece if that's what you use all the time. If you use it often and you find yourself taking it on and off, you might want to get a couple spares so you can screw that on when you actually want to switch between 3.5 millimeter and, of course, the 1/4-inch jack. So now, if you've ever worn a pair of Beyerdynamic headphones, you know they are absolutely durable. They're made from a very, very good composite material, plus they're nicely padded for comfort. So you've got durability and you've got comfort there. And even though these are on-ear headphones and not over-the-ear headphones, they do offer a fair bit of noise isolation. So you'll still get the horns and the big loud noises around you, but you still find yourself quite immersed into the sound. And it does give you a very, very good range of sound, especially when you're mixing audio. You want a nice flat response. You want equalization that's flat. So your mids, your highs, and your lows, you want them to be very flat across the board so you're getting a fairly neutral mixing experience. And that is something you definitely get from these headphones. Of course, depending on what device you're using, if you're using a digital audio converter, if you're plugging it into a phone, you can obviously customize your equalization. So you can, customize it for a rap, pop, etc., and you can enhance those, and it does so with great performance. But when it comes to mixing audio, and you want something fairly flat so you can hear how it's going to respond on a variety of different speakers, these definitely do the job. As I said, they have replaced my main studio speakers, and I'm going to get a couple pairs for the road. And that's another thing. These are absolutely affordable. Let's talk about Canadian dollars, about 125 Canadian dollars. In the US, you're talking about $90. That is not a lot of money to pay for high-quality German-made headphones that give you this amount of performance and this amount of durability in this kind of package. That's really cheap. So for some of the audiophiles out there, let's talk about some of the technical specifications of these headphones. Shall we go through the list? It's a dynamic transducer type. It's a frequency response of 5 to 35,000 hertz. You've got a nominal impedance of 34 ohms, a nominal power handling capacity of 100 milliwatts. They're 196 grams in terms of the actual weight. They're going to be comfortable carrying around your neck. They're going to be comfortable in your bag. I guarantee you're not going to have a problem bringing these with you wherever you decide you want to go. The detachable cable goes up to 3 meters stretched, and of course that connector is gold plated. So if you want a great pair of quality studio monitor headphones that are honestly incredible for across-the-board type of music, depending on what you listen to, depending on what you're doing in a studio, if you work quietly at home on a laptop, I highly recommend the DT240 Pro. Again, under $130 Canadian, under $90 US, available on Amazon.com, Amazon.ca. Check the description below. I'll give you a complete link where you can pick these up today. And of course, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel. If you want to get notified, smash that notification bell, and you'll get notified every time we post a new video, especially giveaways. And by the way, we've got very, very cool stuff from Beyerdynamic to give away. So stay tuned to the channel, and we will have those for you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you guys on the next video.